Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hey, S1, you beat me here. Did you beat me here? She's like, hey, girl. She's like, hey. All right, listen, we're going to get started. I'm going to wait and let some people get in here, and we're going to get started in a few minutes. All right, guys. Hi. Welcome, everybody. She's like, yes, I beat you in here. As Swan is in the house, Feels Good's in the house, Latoya's in the house, Shawanda's in the house. Hey, y'all. Listen, I am on mobile, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now. I was going to see if I could share my screen with you guys. It doesn't seem like StreamYard has that capability, so it's not my fault, but I do apologize. But what I have here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able, what I have right here is an exhibit sheet. This exhibit sheet was submitted into Pacer. And what this is, hey, Monica, hey, Hazel, this is all of the evidence that was submitted. All right. And we're going to take a look at all of this. All of this was submitted 3/25/22. And so we're going to go over this a little bit. I bet y'all be like, how does she find this stuff out? Inch high, private eye. Where does she find this stuff? Hey, Melanie. Where does she go to get this stuff? How is she finding this stuff out? Well, listen, let me tell you. It's not that easy. You're welcome. Hey, Latoya. It's not that easy. But I will tell you this. There are some things that have popped in on the docket, and I hate this camera because it is crooked, and I don't like the crooked. I don't like the way it sits. Forgive me. Anyway, let me see if I can look at the document history real quick. There's a document history, and I'm going to go from the most recent. And there's some docket history that it won't show. It must be public record. Some of it is. I have a Pacer account. I also have a CME CF account. So, I can see some things that the public sees. I can see some things that the public can't see. And I do, my little searches and stuff like that. Got a couple of hookups. So, oh man. Hey, Captain Lee. I grew up close to St. Louis, was born and raised in Alton, Illinois. Okay. All right. A couple of the transcripts that were filed, they're not going to release until next month. File that was entered on 3/30/22. Will it let me view that docket? It will let me view that docket, but it's only one page, and it's just the order of evidentiary hearing held on March 25th, 2022. They wanted that to be prepared and filed with the clerk court because there was no record of it yet. And then the 201st file that was on 4/01/22 is the actual transcript, but we don't have access to that transcript yet. And the deadline for that transcript to go live is 5/2/22. The release of the transcript restriction is set for 6/30/22. So basically what that means is there's some stuff in there that we can't see until the trial starts. So it's not, it's not a huge deal or whatever. But for those of you who have just came in, I'm gonna see if y'all can see this one more time. This is the exhibit file that I'm gonna show you guys tonight. And I'm just gonna go down the list. I didn't know they had released this, Hey Fly. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it, Hey Fly. All right, so going down from the first thing, this is the exhibit list, USA versus James Timothy Norman, and it gives you the case number, so you know it's authentic. This was file 32522, and it is page 1 of 1. So everything that was submitted is on this page. That gives me how many exhibits in each file, how many witnesses are in each file, the date everything was turned in, the description of the evidence, and again, the date that it was admitted into evidence, okay? So the first thing, there's 2 of these, arrest warrant for James Timothy Norman, and of course that was 32522. After that, there were 3 photographs of 213 Rampart. There was 1 black and gold iPhone seized from the defendant, which is what he was pitching a fit about. There was 1A St. Louis Police Department evidence envelope containing Norman's phone, a 1B FBI envelope with S.A. Faber's writing containing Norman's phone, which means that both of those things were in that, one envelope. 4 pieces of evidence, FBI property receipt for Norman's phone. So that means that there was 4 police officers that actually witnessed it. So all of that was in the envelope. 9 pieces of evidence, disc containing the full jail calls from which exhibits 7 and 8 were extracted. So we're talking about 9 full jail calls. Who are you talking to? I mean, I'm sorry. There are some people that really get upset when I laugh about this, and they're like, it's not funny. It is, because who are you talking to in jail on their phone as if they can't submit this into evidence? Get off the jail phone, dude. Who are you talking? You made 9 calls. Who are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Okay, 9 calls, disc containing the full, it is a disc that is containing the full jail calls from which exhibits 7 and 8 were extracted. Why are you talking on the jail phone? 7 pieces of evidence, excerpted clip from call on 8/24/20 from Norman to UM. 7A is a transcript of said phone call. 5 pieces of evidence, an affidavit of Madison County Jail custodian. I'm looking like that because what are you saying to these people? Who are you talking to, and why are you talking? As Swan said, I don't know why you didn't become a detective. You really could. It's just, I've never been into a case like this before. I guess because, like I said, I'm a fan of the show, and I was just wondering about these people, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I really don't get why you make stupid moves like this. Captain says, I have a bad feeling this trial is going to pull this family apart. Miss Robbie believes he is innocent. I mean, and it wouldn't be so bad, Captain, if Tim would just be a regular, what do you call him when you go to jail? If you could just be like a regular jail cell person, if you could just be like a regular, person in jail, but just stay off the phone, stop talking to people, stop talking to the custodian. Now the custodian is probably going to have to testify. Affidavit of Madison County Jail custodian. Expert clip from call on 8/24/20 from Norman to UF. A transcript of Exhibit 8 and the search warrant for Norman's iPhone. So all of this was submitted on 3/25/22, which was the Zoom call. Why is he talking to the custodian? I don't know. That's crazy. I got bad vibes from him on the show. After I saw his temper and everything, I was just like, there's something seriously wrong with Tim. I was like, there's something seriously. He has what do you call it? I got brain fog today. He's got something wrong with him, like an anger management problem or something. I mean, he flies off the handle, you know, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So now all of these people, you know, along with evidence, there are people that, you know, have stuff to say, or they're going to be asked to get on the stand and talk, because Tim has said something or done something to where these people have to, you know, and they're on the exhibit list. The exhibit list is, I have submitted into evidence these things. Gator, hi. Miss Twanna, your coverage, your breakdown of this case is awesome. Thanks so much for keeping us up to date. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Hey, Janet. Hello. Thank you for giving us updates about Tim. Praying for Andre's family. It's a shame what Tim did. I used to watch Welcome to Sweetie Pies. I did too. I was a huge fan of Sweetie Pies. I loved that show. I never missed an episode. Me and my mom used to call each other and you know, talk, you know, for hours about, you know, what happened on the show. And you know, sometimes it was funny and sometimes it was sad. But this is crazy. I mean, like, seriously, I don't understand what Tim is doing. For those of you who just came in, I'm not just running off at the mouth. I do have the exhibit list. The exhibit list are the things that were submitted into evidence last month. And I am on mobile, you guys, so I cannot share my screen. So I'm having to read it from my computer. So, you know, please forgive me. Step it up, StreamYard. We would like to share our screen if you don't mind. If you don't mind, okay? So numbers exhibit, and I mean, it goes on down and down and down the line, but there's only one page. Almost every block was filled with evidence. Here again, I, for one, can't see with all the evidence that we know and that we don't know, especially the things that people have to say. I don't see a chance for Tim to worm out of this. So for those of you who are like really worried if Tim is going to get off, I'm 90% sure he's not. I don't ever think he's going to get off. Captain says, my mom and I watched it all the time. The food made us hungry. I'm telling you, because these people could cook. These people could really cook. Let's go through this again and let's, you know, break this thing down for real, for real. I wonder if I could turn my camera around. Let me see if I could turn my camera around. I don't know if it's going to let me, but let me see. Let me see. Layout, broadcast info, settings. Camera. Let's see. It may let me. Okay, this is facing back. Okay, yay. I turned the camera around so you guys can see what I can see. Hey, full of life. Hi, welcome. All right, let me get myself situated here so you guys can see what I can see. I was wondering, because I was like, I really don't have a desire to be on camera tonight. However, thankfully, I can show you guys my computer and we can do this together. Let me see if I can get this. I am downstairs. I'm on the struggle bus, you guys. And somebody's out in my yard. Who's out here disturbing the peace? All right, check this out. So we've got 2 pieces of evidence, 1 witness, arrest warrant for James Timothy Norman, right? That's on 32522. 3 pieces of evidence, 1 witness. It's a photograph of 213 Rampart, which I'm sure is his apartment. 1 piece of evidence, 1 witness, black and gold iPhone seized from defendant. That 1 witness was the police officer that took the phone. 1A, 1 witness, St. Louis Police Department evidence envelope containing Norman's phone. Hello, Francisco. 1B, 1 witness, FBI envelope with S.A. Faber's writing containing Norman's phone. 4 pieces of evidence, 1 witness, FBI property receipt for Norman's phone. Then we've got 9 pieces of evidence with 1 witness, a disc containing the full jail calls from which exhibits 7 and 8 were extracted. So before we thought there were 2 different phone calls, 1 to the current girlfriend and 1 to someone else, probably maybe his mom. Now we know that there were 9 phone calls and they're all on a disc and they have been submitted into evidence. 7 pieces of evidence, 1 witness, a scripted clip from call on 8/24/20 from Norman to UM. That was submitted on the same day. Everything was submitted on 3/25/22. 7A, 1 witness, transcript of 7, which goes back to the disc containing the full jail calls. You have 5 pieces of evidence, 1 witness, affidavit of Mason County Jail custodian. The custodian conversation is right there. We have 8 pieces of evidence, 1 witness, excerpted clip from call on 8/24/20 from Norman to UF. So we have 2 of those, 1 from Norman to UM, 1 from Norman to UF. 8A, there's a transcript of that phone call. 6 pieces of evidence. Hey, Just Be Real, thank you. 1 witness, a search warrant for Norman's iPhone. So this is what we're dealing with. This is what we've got. The evidence has been submitted and it's just any day now. Right now, what that means is this is a waiting game. It's a waiting game. We got to wait to see what's going to happen. And that's pretty much it. I hope he goes for life. Andre and his mother deserve justice. What is the sentence he will receive? The death sentence has been taken off the table. So at best, he could get life in prison, Fly. I'm not really sure what's going to happen at this point. Francisco says, when does the trial begin? Well, the evidence has been submitted now. So it's just a waiting game. We're waiting to see when they're going to start trial. All of the evidence has been accepted, is what this docket means, is that all of the evidence has been accepted. So it's not just submitted, but it's actually, it's been accepted. There is the evidentiary hearing is blacked out. So we can't see anything concerning the evidentiary hearing on written paper. Docket number 200. We're going to go over here and view that document. There's only 1 sheet here. The matter is presently pending before the undersigned pursuant for pretrial matters. The undersigned held an evidentiary hearing with defendant and attorneys on March 25th, 22. For the benefit of the court and parties, the undersigned finds that a written transcript of evidentiary hearing should be prepared accordingly. It is hereby ordered that a written transcript of the evidentiary hearing held on March 25th, 2022 be prepared and filed with the clerk of the court. And this was dated the 30th day of March 2022. Now, if we go back and then we go up here to docket number 201, it lets us know that the transcript as to James Timothy Norman held on 3/25/22 before Judge Baker, court reporter, transcriber Carla, telephone number blank, transcript may be viewed at the court public terminal or purchased through the court reporter who did the transcript in court after the date it may be obtained through PACER, which is what we're looking at now. Ready action request due 4/22/2022. Redacted transcript deadline set for 5/2/2022 and release of transcript, which the trial is said to have already started by this date, but it's 6/30/2022. So here we've got when this is going to be public, but if you live in that area, you can go to the courthouse and you can pick this up, but it is not available online yet. So we have got 201 pieces of history filed on this case so far. We're up to 201. And so it's a lot, okay? It is a lot. This thing started filing on 8/20/2020, okay? And the last file happened on 4/01/2022. And that is the file that we cannot see just yet. 4, Fly, he has 4. 4 current. There were 2 past. He's already paid his debt to society for that. So right now we're looking at 4, 2 of them being conspiracy. I still can't believe Tim did this to his own nephew. That is so evil. I mean, it's looking like, Tim is 100% guilty. There's no other. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, just looking at all of this stuff and looking at everything on the docket and looking at all of this evidence. I mean, look at this. Look, the FBI is not playing a game. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I tell you the FBI is not playing a game, the FBI is not playing a game. From the time they ordered motion to seal the case, they opened the case back up, they issued the warrant, and then they made the arrest. They brought him in. Everything is right here. They brought him in, scheduled an order, a docket text, entry of attorney, motion to withdraw, motion to continue, motion for leave. I mean, the time that he tried to get out of it because of COVID, everything is in here. Everything. So the FBI is not kidding. Hey, Mr. Wise. Hello, hello, hello. Everything is in here. The discovery letter, the response to motion, docket text order, including schedules, sealed documents. Everything is in here. The FBI is not kidding. 201 pieces filed since 8/20/2020. What about the woman that was involved with him and the other 2 dudes? No idea what's going to happen with them. I look for them and I don't find anything else new that has been filed, but I'm sure that somebody is working for them. The only way, their docket could be, real skimpy compared to Tim's is if they can't afford an attorney of their own. You know what I'm saying? My grandbabies are excellent. Thank you for asking. They are so. Honesty is 6 and Harmony is 1 year old. So they're doing great. Hey, Jade. He was so nice to my mom and grandpa. It's just so sad to even think that he was capable of harming his own mother, let alone responsible for the death of his own brother, nephew. Dang, Tim. I can't with this guy. I cannot. All right, let me turn my camera back around, you guys, so I can sit this tripod up here because, child, my arm. All right, let me get this thing back up here. And turn this camera around so we can have a conversation. Let me turn this camera back to front facing. Here we go. All right, we got it going on now. All right, so now that you have seen all of the evidence and, you know, all of the things, whoo, child, it is something else. It is something else. I don't know what's going to happen from here. We're waiting for the trial. All the evidence has been submitted. And, you know, it's just, hey, always nice to hear your beautiful voice. Thank you so much. Well, you guys, that is all I've got. That's all we have. We've got the history of everything that's been put into, you know, the case. We have got the exhibit list. So now it's just a waiting game. I hope I have some more updates for you. I will try to find out some of the information on Terica Ellis and the rest of the crew. But hey, until then, fingers crossed that we could go ahead and get this, you know, moving. Everybody keep the families, you know, and everybody in your prayers, because this is just, you know, it's getting down to the wire. We know it won't be long before the trial starts now that the evidence has been, you know, submitted. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to all of my mods. Thank you to everybody that came in. I love you so much. You guys stay safe out there. Use your hand sanitizer and mask it up. Always remember to live on purpose. And I will be talking to you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.